So, a couple months ago, me and my best friend decided to buy a 1982 Datsun 280ZX as a project to work on. And we've been working on it for a couple months now, getting some things done to it and kind of deciding our next moves on how we want to approach the rebuild process and the restoration process of the car. Recently decided I'd like to document the process on video to the best that I can. I'm not going to record every single thing, but updates here and there and maybe showing how we did something. I thought that sounded like a cool idea, and I'd like to do it considering neither of us have done any restoration work on a car like this before or to this scale. As I'll show you in a little bit, it's a heck of a project. It's going to be a long project, and we're kind of forced to take our time with it, mostly because of money and because of how much time we can actually dedicate to it. On the money side of it, we're trying to do it as cheap as possible, but actually still doing it right. And if something needs to be done, absolutely needs to be done to get the car on the road safely, and it has to, and we have to pay for it, we will. But other than that, everything we're trying to do as cost effective as possible. So I'm kind of just making this video to start off the documentation of the build process, because we just recently decided to go full bore on it, and we've recently decided how intensive we're going to be with the rebuild process, and it's pretty intense what we've decided we're going to do. So this video is just kind of to show you the car, show you some stuff that we've done previously to it the past couple months, and kind of show you where we're at with the process, and maybe show some of our plans for the future, even though we don't necessarily know exactly what we're going to do step by step, but we have a general idea of how far we're going to go with it. So I'll show you the car, and then I'll show you some other things, and that'll kind of just be the end of this video. And then maybe in the future, as we continue to work on it, there will be more coming out on what we're doing. So the current state of the car is it's on blocks right now. The only thing we've really taken out of it is the transmission. There's no gas tank in it, it's inside. That was one of the last things we did to it, was take the transmission out. But even more recently, we started to take the interior out to discuss how we were going to fix these floorboards and some of our frame rail issues, which you can partially see right in there. And this is more when we decided, hey, this project's going to be a little more intensive than we thought originally, and we decided that we're going to do a basically full restoration of this car over the course of who knows how long, to be honest. But we've decided we're going to take everything off, get it all down to the unibody, and we're going to paint it, and then we're going to fix things as we go, and put it back together and see how that goes. There's a lot of stuff back in there from the inside right now, so I'm not really going to open that up and show you, but to get an idea of how bad the original gas tank was, this is our sending unit from it that we pulled out. And that was kind of when we knew that this project was not going to be a light task. It's basically turned to dirt. It's no good, it's shot. There's our exhaust that we had to pull off, well, cut off when we took the transmission off. The engine, we had it running. It ran okay, about as good as you would expect, but we did get it running fairly soon fairly early in the project. And here's a clip of that right now.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. First time in what, 20 years? Yeah, boy.
And I can't exactly remember how many days into the project we were at that point, but it was pretty early on that we got this thing running. And then after we fixed the brakes, Here's a clip of us actually driving it around. Now, the reason we were driving around in first gear and nothing else was not because of the transmission. It seemed to shift fairly okay, but it was because of our clutch. And as you can actually see on the flywheel right here, you can see kind of here where the clutch was basically glued to the flywheel when we took it off. On the clutch itself, you can see where it was worn down to the rivets, and we had to pry it off the flywheel. So I have videos of me trying to break it loose by slamming the brakes while it was driving. None of that worked, so that was why we pulled the transmission to see the shape of the clutch. And this was before we decided to do the full restoration and take everything off of it. But I mean, that's basically it when it comes to where we're at with the project. We've done a little bit of work. Well, actually, right up here is kind of some of the stuff. That is a new gas tank, and I might make a video solely on that gas tank because it's actually a pretty funny story of how we got it and why we got it. We got some of the exhaust covers and stuff like that up there. There's the drive shaft. Here's the starter battery, which is new that we bought, and some other random parts from it sitting right there. The rest of the stuff is all in this box right here. Some of the interior trim, all of our bags that are labeled with the bolts that we took off and everything. So thanks for watching. I'll be posting some more videos in the future on this project, and if you want to see those and want to see more on this car and when we fix it up, be sure to hit subscribe so you can get recommended those videos.